Non, ça va, les infos du stream, on est plutôt pas mal. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on a en FR? Voici Rebus. Optify, array minimap, tout militaire, RS Insta. Ok, donc on a fait le boss qu'il y avait, d'accord. Je pensais qu'il y avait plus de boss que ça, mais non, en fait, ils n'ont pas encore été implantés. On a fait le tour de Diarrhébus aussi, d'accord. Salut Mathis, comment tu vas bien ce soir? Alors, on va lancer ça. J'aurais dû lancer en même temps. Voilà, donc Diarrhébus, on regardera quand même les quelques petits blocs qu'on doit avoir besoin de faire. Il y a quelques petites machines, je crois. Alors c'est une dimension d'exploration, hein, Diarrhébus. Il y a juste cette pyramide. Il me semblait qu'il y avait d'autres boss, mais... Sur la page principale, il n'y a pas plus de trucs. Il faudrait que j'aille voir aussi Land of Ficarius, voir s'il y a un petit wiki, quelque chose en FR. Juste par rapport aux minerais, essayer de mieux comprendre l'histoire des minerais. Et bon, là, ce soir, on va lancer... L'idée, ce serait peut-être de terminer les 2 panneaux solaires. en ce moment. Alors pour Environmental Tech, il va falloir encore que je fasse du Wither. Ça ne doit pas avoir encore assez d'étoiles. Et puis il faudra que je regarde aussi ce qu'il nous faut pour pouvoir passer les cellules solaires au max. Autant pour le panneau de lune, on s'en fout parce que c'est juste le nombre. Le nombre de cellules qui compte, et ça du coup c'est plus dérangeant, c'est toujours les mêmes. Autant pour l'autre. Pour l'autre, on s'en fout pas. Bien, alors. Alors, on laisse le temps de charger. Nether Star, on en a 23, on est d'accord. Wither, on en a tant. Voilà, allez, c'est parti. On laisse tourner. Et il faut que j'aille voir. Environmental Tech. Ok, donc E.T. et Lunar, il nous reste les petits panneaux qui nous manquent. Ça, les panneaux, on a. Voilà, alors c'est ça qu'il va nous falloir en grand nombre. On est d'accord qu'on est à 40, il nous faut juste 16 de plus en structure. En soi, c'est pas énorme. Par contre, cela, c'est ça, et cela, c'est ça. Cela, c'est juste ça, cela, c'est juste ça. Ok. Donc on a les Palladium Solar Panel. Il nous faut les ionites. Et il nous faut les lithium. Ionite. Lithium. On est d'accord. Ça et ça, on est plutôt pas mal. Lunar, tier 5, tier 6. Tier 5, tier 6. Donc on est d'accord qu'au tier 4, il y en a 81 pour arriver au tiers 6. Il en faut 8. Il en faut 88. Ok. ...88 plus 4... ...92 plus 4... ...96... On est d'accord. Donc il nous faut quand même pas mal. De Nether Star parce qu'il nous faut 56 x 2, donc 112. X 2. Donc il nous faut au moins 224 Nether Star. Donc il va falloir que ça tourne. Ok, bon, ben on va laisser ça. Comme ça pour le moment. Le sous-sol, ça remonte pas beaucoup. Hein. Ouais, il faudrait mettre du marron si je veux que j'en ai plus, mais... C'est à quelle vitesse que ça remonte ça remonte bien. Pour l'instant, je vais pas démonter là-haut. Parce que si je démonte là-haut, j'ai plus l'énergie. Et comme je fonctionne quand même beaucoup avec cette énergie-là, ça serait un peu bonnet de tout démonter. Ouais, d'accord, c'est bien du tier 4 ici, tier 4. Donc il faudrait que je passe tout en tier 5. Et là, pour l'instant, on est qu'à 61. Et il nous en faut au moins 200. Je pense qu'on essaiera de monter à 300, 400 et au moins on sera tranquille pendant un temps. Eh, c'est plus long que ça ne m'y paraît en fait. Plus long et plus réfléchi. Parce qu'au départ j'étais parti pour tout démonter, mais si je démonte tout, j'ai plus l'énergie. Si j'ai plus l'énergie, j'ai plus les Nether Stars. Donc bon, faut pas jouer que au con non plus. Après, peut-être aurais-je dû commencer par les panneaux solaires. Ça aurait peut-être été quelque chose d'un peu plus intelligent. Alors, on mange un petit peu, on profite un petit peu de la remontée des têtes de Wither pour manger. Allez, alors, 77. Alors, je pense qu'on va maintenant se relancer sur Advanced Rocketry. De toute manière, il nous faut plein de têtes de leader, donc ça sert à rien. De rester par là. On va laisser ce truc là tourner tout simplement. Maintenant. On est d'accord, de toute façon, il va falloir tout redécorer, donc on va y aller. Et tant qu'à faire, on va faire ce couloir là. Dark Oak. Dark Oak. Et alors l'idée que je voulais absolument... Playlight. J'ai pas fini ici. Ah ouais. 2, 3, 3. Voilà. Ouais, bon, il y a quelques petits bugs qui traînent, hein, à mon avis. Du coup, il nous faut de limestone. Et le limestone, je crois qu'on arrivait à bout. Ouais, c'est ça, c'est notre problème. Non, ça on est d'accord. Il nous fallait andésite. Ça on est bon. Et ben, va falloir que j'aille en miner. Hein. Parce que là, je peux mettre ça. Ça choquera pas, c'est pas dérangeant. Mais arrivé là. Il nous faut l'autre. Pour le moment, on fait juste ça parce que là, on n'a pas encore défini comment qu'on allait décorer. Mais on va aller chercher de la limestone. Pouh, 22 cas d'iron. Donc là, il faut s'enfoncer gentiment. Et trouver une source. En voilà une. Hop là. Une faille. Ok, donc là vraiment on peut pas le looter celui-là. J'aurais pas dû prendre celui-là. Pas grave, ça nous fera toujours un truc à farmer réellement. Déjà 3 stacks. Un, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks. On en prend pas mal parce qu'on a quand même pas mal de plafonds à faire. 6 stacks à 9. Et on rentre. Ouh, excusez-moi. Ah, c'est pénible ça. Donc ça c'est la limestone de Magnetic Craft. Quelque chose me disait que ça avait dû. déjà qu'en cette pièce, j'ai pratiquement bouffé tout ce que je venais de miner. Mais bon, au moins je peux mettre mon éclairage. Ma foi, ça m'a l'air pas mal ça. Après on poussera par là-bas s'il faut. Et il nous faut du dark oak. Et voilà. Alors, maintenant qu'on a fait ça, faut qu'on s'occupe de l'oxygène. Donc on a cette machine là. Cette machine là, elle nous sort de l'oxygène. Pourquoi tu sors plus rien toi? Elle te bouffe l'hydrogène, c'est ça? Tup. L'hydrogène, l'oxygène. Quand les tanks sont pleins, ouais d'accord, c'est ça. Les tanks sont pleins, donc il sort plus rien. Ok. Ok, bon. Ce que nous voulons maintenant, c'est un endroit où on s'installe. Et notre ami l'oxygène, gaz in tank. Si je fais ça par exemple, oxygène vent. Plus besoin des torches là. La workstation. En fait, ce que je voudrais, c'est juste pouvoir passer dans un endroit, tu t'installes dedans, pof, ça te complète en oxygène et tu te casses. Et pour ça, il faut aller chercher. Ça. Et surtout que je me rappelle. Alors, l'électric furnace, c'est bon. Le late, le cristalliseur, la ketting machine, le precision assembler, l'électrolyseur, le chemical reactor, précision laser etcher, ça on le fera juste pour le LOS. L'observatoire c'est fait, l'astrobody processeur c'est fait. Le centrifuge, on n'a pas fait. Le satellite builder, on a fait. Le black hole generator, ça c'est pour générer un mur de force. Le microwave receiver, solar array, warp core, beacon, le biome scanner, le ray gun, le space elevator, atmosphère terraformer, gravity controller et orbital laser drill. Ok, donc ça on est d'accord, on n'a rien là-dessus. Pour le reste. Alors, le gaz charge pad. Donc, il faut qu'on remette toute la machine en route. Et en première étape, c'était builder, black hole, microwave receiver, solar arrays, le warp core, le beacon, le biome scanner, alors un space elevator, stocking, station, port. Allez, ça c'est quand on voudra faire des stations spatiales. Space Station Assembler. Peut-être qu'on le fasse celui-là aussi. Pour l'instant on peut pas le faire, ouais, c'est ça. Il nous faut une roquette assemblée. Guidos Computer Access Hatch. Orientation contrôleur. Station Gravity Controller. Altitude contrôleur. Le holographic Planet Selector. qu'un gaz charge pad. Pour ça, il nous faut un comme ça. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Nope. Est-ce qu'on sait fabriquer ça? Alors, on sait le fabriquer à la mano. Les steel plate. Merde, les steel rod. On va faire ça aussi. Est-ce qu'il va nous falloir ça? Nope. x2. Alors, du coup, l'idée, donc ça c'est l'oxygène qui sort d'ici. L'idée, c'est quand tu gères, par exemple, ici, il nous faut un autre dark. Voilà, pendant que tu gères ta petite armure, avec tous les petits trucs, et bah, tu te remplis en oxygène. Voilà, déjà ça, c'est bon. Et l'hydrogène dans tout ça, l'hydrogène, il nous sert à quoi déjà? Le rocket fuel. C'est pas pour les jetpacks. En même temps, le seul truc que je sais pas, c'est si je rajoute là, est-ce que j'ai des tanks disponibles? 20. 12 et tous mes enchantements. Si je fais ça, Dragon Chestplate, Dragon Chestplate. Je vais tester. On va voir ce que ça donne. Donc, sur les mending, j'en ai. Donc, le Chemical Reactor. Ah, mais il faut y faire un Chemical Reactor rien que pour lui en fait. Alors attends, les pipe seal, il nous faudrait de l'iron rod. Donc on va faire Death d'iron rod. Ensuite, titanium alumide sheet. Nope. Titanium. Alors attends, parce qu'il en faut 4, c'est ça? Ouais, 4 par pièce. Alors, on fait ça. On vérifie qu'on a bien ce qu'il faut. Ok, ça c'est bien en route. Ah oui, c'est 7 pour 3. Ah oui, d'accord. Bon, ça en fait 3, mais bon. Bon, ça c'est l'embin, c'est pas grave, on continuera. Donc s'il faut, on va faire ça. Et il nous faudrait un chemical reactor rien que pour ça en fait. Chemical reactor. Faut que je refasse un deuxième comme ça. Comme qui dirait, je l'avais pas vu venir celui-là. Donc, pour faire un chemical reactor. Déjà, il nous manque des trucs. Alors, on va aller chercher ça qu'on va rallumer. On va aller chercher ça qu'on va rallumer. Donc, on a dit, on avait ça. Il nous faut ça, ça c'est bon. Ça c'est bon. Donc il nous faut un jaune, un bleu, un vert. Et deux comme ceci. Est-ce que tout est passé? Il semblerait que tout soit passé. Ok, chemical reactor, ok. Pour que ça marche bien, un power input, deux power input. Ouais, c'est celui-là. Hein. Fluide, deux fluides, un in, deux fluides in, deux fluides out. Ok. Le fluide. Il a manqué un moteur. Ok. Donc, juste à côté, on va pouvoir mettre. Et si ça, il nous faut un moteur. Il nous faut un moteur à pas de beurre. Il est beau moteur. Il est beau le moteur. C'est ce qu'il faut? Nope. Les petits moteurs. Et Pitin Elite Motor. Et l'heure. Le moteur. Les deux power. Tous les outputs. Tous les inputs. Voilà. Donc on a le shit, on a le ça, et il nous faut les titanium. Et ça se mélange avec quoi? Que dalle. Input. Alors, on a gardé tous les enchantements. Maintenant, ce qui nous intéresse de savoir, c'est qu'est-ce que ça change. En fait, j'espérais que ça me permettrait de mettre des trucs dessus, mais je crois pas. Hein. Titanium shit. Eh ben, on va essayer ça. Ouais, je peux mettre n'importe quel type de... Si ça sert, je fais les deux autres. Si ça sert à rien, j'abandonne. Ok, donc c'est pas utile de faire ça. À quoi ça servait tous ces trucs là? Je sais qu'il y avait des trucs qui étaient intéressants. Ah, ici, une autre manière en fait de l'enchanter, un side tilt. Ok. Ok, ouais, donc j'ai pas besoin en fait de tout ça. Ça serait mieux pour avoir un peu plus d'oxygène, mais bon, j'ai déjà tout ce qu'il faut. Ok, donc... bon, ça on s'en resservira pas, mais c'est fait, c'est bien. on a le rocket fuel. Et du coup, il nous reste encore ça. Bon, en gros, limite, on pourrait déjà partir sur la Lune, quoi. Sachant qu'il nous faudrait juste des charge pads et des Intertanks. Et on n'aurait même pas besoin de s'emmerder avec le reste. Bon, on va faire 2 charge pads supplémentaires, comme ça sera fait. Voilà, comme ça, quand on aura besoin de charger, on sera bon. Et on a dit les tanks. Alors c'est Paro, c'est Magenta. dans les planètes. Dès qu'on aura besoin, on aura ce qu'il faut. Tac, tac, et hop, c'est parfait. Et ben ma foi, on est plutôt pas mal. On pourrait même décoller si on voulait. Parce que là, il y a ce qu'il faut. Hein. Il y a le fuel, il y a tout. C'est un peu sommaire, mais ça marche. Du coup, bon, on va pas partir avec ça. Hein. Du coup, maintenant qu'on sait gérer l'oxygène, ça, il faudrait qu'on le fasse, mais juste pour le lol, ça on a dit. La centrifuge, ça sert à quoi? Ok, le centrifuge, c'est en multibloc. Advanced Machine Structure, ok. Alors, c'est quoi les Advanced Machine Structure? Parce que les machines structures, je connais. Mais les Advanced, je connais pas. Satellite Bay. Alors, Advanced Machine Structure. Ok. Elles se font en titanium et en titanium. Ok. Donc titanium roll avec les lingots. Ça, on est d'accord. Le rutile, on est d'accord qu'on le chope pas comme ça. Bon, en gros, va vraiment falloir que j'aille chercher du rutile, c'est ça. Ouais, est-ce que mon utile pour l'instant il est tout traité. Et là j'ai combien de titanium on a dit 713. Comme qui dirait, on a encore de quoi faire. Mais il va pas falloir déconner non plus. Donc, des comme ça, on en fait 50. Et des comme ça, on en fait 50. Après, je suis en train d'en faire masse, mais on oublie très vite que ça fait 16 par 16 quand même. Donc 16 par 16, on est plutôt pas mal. Ok, des machines structures, on en a. Donc on a cette machine là, en face on va y mettre la nouvelle bécane. Il nous faut un moteur. Est-ce que je les ai mis en craft? Non. Je crois qu'il n'y a besoin que d'un moteur. Mierdas, il manque des trucs. Iron. Je serais pas étonné qu'il m'en faille deux. Un input, un output. Bucket. Un input, un output. Un seul input. Feed in out. In out. Feed input, feed output, feed output. Là, il faut deux feed output. Feed output, feed output. Outputage. Motor. Machine. Alors, flux d'output. Et à combien d'output? Ah, flux d'output. Centrifuge. Direction. Qu'est-ce donc que ça signifie? Pourquoi il y a autant de fluide input là-dedans? Alors, centrifuge. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut sentir? Ah oui, oui, c'est pour ça. Mais c'est pas logique. Donc tu enrichis la lave que tu viens passer là-dedans. Donc c'est de la lave enrichie, je pense que tu vas choper sur une planète. Donc ça c'est intéressant. Et tu vas récupérer des nuggets de différents trucs. Donc ça c'est super intéressant. Et surtout tu récupères de la lave à masse. Mais t'as qu'un seul liquide, donc pourquoi autant de fluide input? Mais il n'y a pas tout compris, hein. Fluide output, pardon. Un vert, un bleu. Tout y est, presque. Voilà. Encore un fluide output. La vache. Pour l'instant, j'ai pas l'input. Hein. J'ai bien fait de refaire des buckets. Et un dernier fluide output. C'est marrant parce que j'aurais trouvé plus logique d'avoir des fluides input. Ok, il a de la gueule. Fluidage. Power input. Bon, le multibloc a de la tronche, il est plutôt pas mal. Ce qu'on fera, c'est que si on trouve des endroits avec masse de lave, on le reliera, puisqu'il y a déjà de toute façon de l'énergie par là. Sinon, pour l'instant, il n'y a pas trop d'utilité. Mais c'est là. Suivant. Biome scanner. Ouais, ça va pas être très utile le biome scanner, je pense que... Ça peut être utile si tu veux scanner des biomes, ouais, je sais pas. Par contre, le Space Elevator. Toujours pas de nouvelles. Et l'atmosphère Terraformer, le Space Elevator. Il est immense. Steel block, stone slab. Il est immense mais ça va encore. Et je crois qu'un Space Elevator il lui faut une plateforme de réception. C'est comme un gros téléporteur quoi. Et l'orbital laser drill. Laser drill orbital. Je sais plus si c'est pas un truc que tu peux utiliser au sol pour éliminer directement là-haut. C'est quoi des vacuum high power laser emitter? Voir s'il faut le mettre dans l'espace et le faire fonctionner. Sinon on a le terraformer, alors là celui-là. Voilà. Alors là, celui-là, j'ai un bon vieux souvenir. Avec de la clé. Et qu'il est gigantesque. Mais lui, terraforme complètement. C'est-à-dire que là, je peux déjà terraformer la Lune. Alors, celui que je serais assez tenté de tester... fait les planètes crafter, lui. Ok, tu peux contrôler maintenant l'altitude et tout ça. Ok, donc tu peux summoner comme ça.
Makes sense, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and break this here for a second. I bet you that was the problem right there. So why don't we try this here? Maybe it seals it. Let's use this glass and run it across. And across here. That would be cool if you could seal this but let's go ahead and open this. Like that. So let's see if it can work now and form... Oops. What's missing? Oh, I cannot have these either. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about oxygen right now. Let's just see if we can get this to work. There we go. And it still has everything. Select destination. 0, done. Capsule is here. Okay, let's see if it's turned off. Okay. Turn it on. Let's get in here. A little bit of troubleshooting here on camera. But hopefully we will get there now. And it still showed speed 1.0. And let's see if it's gonna move now. It does. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I cannot move. But we're clearly, if I go F5, I can look outside. Sweet. Alright, now I have no idea if it's gonna be like with a rocket that you need to click on descend me or anything. If I go into this view, I can see myself. Oop, there we go. Loading terrain. And we're automatically coming down. Okay. That didn't take long at all, I have to say. And you know that the main advantage of this, if you just want to stay within the mod, is that you don't need to fuel a rocket. Right? And you don't need to click. You just get in, you can go AFK, and by the time you get back, you're gonna be at your new destination. And here we are. This is so awesome. I really dig it. No, destination. I'm a little bit jitterish here. Can I get out? There we go. I just went into flight mode. Possible that it had something to do with the creative mode part of it. Okay. All right, so this worked, and now the thing is, I learned this is still linked right here. Okay, so I'm actually gonna destroy this one now and give myself a new linker because I ran into something earlier. But I'll show it to you guys real quick. Let's put a space elevated chip in. Ooh, speed 4096. Yeah, that sounds a lot faster. The problem I ran into, excuse me, was that I tried to shift right click this one and it said you cannot link two in the same dimension. Okay, I don't know how you can clear the linker. Like if I shift right click into empty space, let's put it, no, I don't know how to clear it. So you would have to link something else to undo that. Okay, and I did turn it on, right? Yes, okay. So now we go back up and link it to the fast one. So you can have, you know, one of these elevators in a different location in the overworld or wherever. Not sure if it worked in the nether. I'm gonna say no because you got the bedrock on top. Alright, and let's put the thing in here, turn it on, and shift right click it. New destination added. Very nice. Alright, summon capsule, select destination, location 0, and let's do it. Let's see how much faster this is. The countdown is the same, 10 seconds. And I'm gonna go into preemptive F5 here because I want to see us go. How fast this is. Oh, I forgot to take out the glass above. I'm a knucklehead. Alright, let's turn it on. I took the glass out on top, select the 0, and let's come in here. Okay, so now, hopefully, it will go this time. It's kind of a bummer that, but it makes sense. I mean, you're shooting a capsule, right? You can't have something above it. Okay, I can't really tell if we were flying much faster away. Ooh, now we sped up a lot. That's a lot faster now. But is it worth the extreme amount of materials that you're gonna need to spend? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. I guess if you have enough materials, then why not? And guys, honestly, I don't feel much of a difference.
Ok, donc ça,
I guess
c'est
I would-
le téléporteur.
My power, if this was survival, and there's, you know, all the wiring on the bottom, and over here it is also running in, and this is powering our oxygen right there. It's of course way too much for the little oxygen setup. And over here I would have 3 more ready for more power needs if I needed it. So definitely I recommend you setting those up, because you're always gonna have daylight in space as long as your space station is rotated properly, okay? Then over here, of course, we still have the landing pad, and then there's 2 things we're gonna cover once we go to another planet. Now let's go ahead and head inside. Over here, I set up another observatory, and I'm also brought up all our satellite terminals for the 6 satellites that we have for the what was this one again? This one collects us the asteroids with iridium. And this is I'm very happy that I finally found this. So by default, you need to be in. It is time that we go ahead and visit a different planet. And for that, you need 2 machines. Number 1, this multi-block structure right here, which is the warp controller, the warp core. And we're gonna have to put that in, and you need to feed it with dilithium crystals. Okay, so let me go ahead and put that in here. And then when you right click that, you get this really cool mod. It is amazing looking. I love it. And up here is the input hatch, and this is where you put the dilithium crystals. And you see it eats up to 64 in a time, and then it starts having this really cool animation. I like it a lot. So, before you even warp or something, you can make yourself the planet selector here. I didn't even check if there's a recipe. There is a recipe for it. Oh, what is this here? Guidance computer, okay. And this is just something that you can see from anywhere. You don't need to be in space or anything. You just click on here, and it's pretty much a map that shows you all the planets that are there. Now, if you don't see this, there's a config setting that some servers have turned on, where all planets are hidden by default. You need to find them, okay? So this planet selector here, which has no functionality, by the way, okay? It's simply just a map. You could, click on something here and click select, but it doesn't do anything. It's just the GUI has these buttons up here, right? But you can also show the planet list and go up, and now we see we have 5 solar systems. I think, or maybe those are called star systems. I think all of this makeup is a solar system. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But anyway, so we are in Sol right there. This is where you start. And then, of course, we can go to Wolf 12. You see there's a lot more planets. And some of these planets, okay, you would have to put a Earth. We can't go anywhere. So, let me first show you what would happen if you play on a server or in single player where the planets are hidden by default, okay? You would have to put a planet ID chip in here, an unprogrammed one.
Ok.
And then you click on search for planets. And then you see, oh, wait a second. This needs data over here, my bad. 100 of each type is required. I forgot to bring those. Let me go ahead and grab 3 of these real quick. And we'll put them in there. And then I will just randomly find you planets. Now, the problem is that this can take many cycles. It has a very low chance of finding something new. And I also wanted to mention, if somebody has discovered a planet already on a server that you play on, for example, and they put a beacon in that orbit or on that planet, it will be viewable by everybody on the server. Okay? Alright, so these are done. So now we have 3000 in here, and now if we click on search for planets, it will slowly start. And when it gets to the end, you have a chance of discovering. For us, nothing will be discovered because our planets are not hidden. We can see them from the beginning. Now, how these artifacts work, I do not know. It says that if you have artifacts from these planets and you put them in, I'm gonna leave that to the adventure and explorers that are watching these videos to let me know. But like I said, I do not know what you can put into these slots. But anyway, once it's at the end, nothing is gonna happen for us because we already know them all. So now, right here, you click on select planet. Now we could go to any of the planets here in our solar system, right? And I think we're gonna stay in our solar system for now. Or I'm sorry if I call it a way of getting there, you just need more fuel. That is all, okay? So we're gonna stay in our star system here because there's no difference from the looks, from the targeting, and so on. And we are gonna, fuel cost is 21 of the crystals, and we're going. And this is the animation you get. It's like we're warping right now. This thing is not changing the look or anything. And then after a very short amount of time, bam, and we are here. Okay? How awesome is this? I love it. I mean, this is incredible. This is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in Minecraft. I'm very impressed. Now, what do we do here? And that is where I want to show you guys a... Actually, why don't we go over here first and click on the observatory and see if there's anything else to find. And I also wanted to show you, because we brought them with us, when you click on here, it says too far now. We cannot connect to our terminals, to our satellites anymore. So you lose your connection with the satellites. And I also wanted to show you guys that now if we try to take our space elevator, when we go to destinations, we cannot select our overworld anymore because now we are not near that planet. So capsules can only come from the planet to the space station or to the moon, right? So if I come in here, it says getting ready for ascent in 10, but it doesn't have any place to go because it's still selected to go to overworld. So you can only use the space elevators when you are in the same orbit, which makes sense. But I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so let's come here and click on scan again. Now, do we have anything new? Haha, there's 2 enriched. Well, this one is kind of a failure. And this one again, just a little bit of iridium. So it doesn't look like there's any different asteroids in this one at least. You know, it could be that other planets have other asteroids, but it's going to be too much to show here on camera. So, now that we're here, I wanted to show you guys something that I mounted underneath the space station right here. You might have seen it earlier, and that is this thing right here. It's a multi-block structure that you just built like this. Bunch of iron blocks, redstone. It doesn't need power or anything. And then you put the biome scanner on top and right-click it. Okay? And then you go ahead and open it. And it's scanning automatically. Okay? On the overworld, I should have shown you. It shows us all the overworld biomes. You know, from desert to jungle to ocean to anything. Alright? But this planet right here only has one biome. Apparently, it's called hot, dry rock. So this is pretty cool here to have, so you kind of get an idea of what to expect when you go down to the planet. And now we're going to go ahead and go down there. So, to check it out, sorry, let's see here real quick. Why can I not open? I figured out what it is. It's IC2. I installed that because I'm going to need that in part 6 of this Spotlight series for a pump, because we're going to need to be able to pump some water. And it just was a key binding conflict, so... Let's go ahead and go back in here, press C, there we go. And I need a new Planet ID chip. Right there. And you want to make sure that when you go down to the planet, guys, that you keep the station ID with you. Otherwise, you cannot get back to your station. So make sure you have one of those with you. And we'll put that in there. And now go ahead and program it. Select the destination. Sol 19. Select. And here we go. We're taking off, going down to our first... alien planet. Alright, we're going down on this planet. It kind of looks like Mars, right? From the color and so on. But let's see what's awaiting us down here. And see a thing. with our smoke and so on. There we go. Now we're coming down. Let's go in first person. I don't wear the spacesuit or anything because I keep clearing my inventory. Alright, well, let's get out of here. And this is horrible, this view, right? So this is exactly perfect for me to show you guys we spoke about this in episode 2. So let me go ahead and get myself a helmet and put that in here. And let's get one of the right here, the anti-fog visors, and take that out and equip it. And there we go. That's what that does. So now you can clearly see here on this planet of what's happening. So we find some oxidized ferric sand. Let's see, there's no usage for it. So you can't even smelt it to make glass, it looks like, or anything. And there is a lot of things that I discovered here when I was playing around on a different planet, and I wanted to see if I can find one of them, because that is something I did not know about, and they're called geodes. I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. They look like big spherical meteors that crashed. And there's one right here. Check it out. You guys see this right here? It says a geode block. And when you dig down in this is extremely cool. It kind of reminds me of the old Twilight Forest. Let me go ahead and get a night vision potion real quick. Look at this. You can mine your heart out. This is pretty nifty, isn't it? I returned back to the space station now, because we were on the subject of mining, and I thought it was a perfect time for you guys to see the orbital laser drill, which is an incredibly powerful auto mining system. It is limited to everything that is on the planet, okay? And you need to have it in a space station, and it needs to have a clear line of sight of the planet. Right now, as of this version, as far as I know, is it doesn't matter which way the space station is actually tilted. So we could actually point up into the sky with it. It doesn't take that into account yet, but apparently there's plans to make sure that it's actually pointing down to the planet, kind of like this, okay? And not just like this angle, because it makes me feel like I'm actually in space instead of just having it flat straight underneath me. So, it's not too expensive making this, but you're gonna need a lot of power. You need to provide this with an extreme amount of power. That is, I guess, the expense of running this. And when you form it, it looks like this. And it also needs to have a redstone signal. And inside of it, right in this slot, you need to put a lens, okay? And nothing happens yet, because we haven't flipped this yet. But there is a few settings up here. These are the coordinates that you say start drilling here. Let's just give this some coordinates, okay? Let's give this 1000 by 2000. It doesn't really matter. You can leave it at 0, 0, but you can put coordinates in here, right? And depending on the config setting, it will actually leave holes in the ground. So if you have the setting turned on, which I don't, it will actually start mining down there and actually break the rocks and make the holes. Otherwise, it will just go through and mine them, and probably, I think it remembers, so you cannot do the same one over and over. It knows what it has already mined, okay? I'm saying, on a server it makes sense to leave it off, because otherwise you could grief somebody down on the planet, show you guys why this thing is absolutely bananas. You have 4 output hatches. They're all 4 empty right now. I want to show you guys. Okay? And done. And now we're going to turn this on for a second. I'm going to click on reset first, because I changed things here. And I'm going to turn that on. Now check it out. This is full already. This is full. This is full. It's like it mines faster than anything I've ever seen. It was instant. Okay, so check it out. Like if we take this out. It's still on. Oh yes, I'm sorry. When the output hatches are full, it stops. And then you need to click on reset. And it's full again. So that is an incredibly cool way for you to mine. And you guys see, we're getting all the things. I haven't gotten anything else yet. Like the lithium, which I have to say is when we looked into the cave, I didn't see any of it. So it's possible that we don't even get the lithium here. Let's run it one more time. Reset. And see what we're getting. There's more tin, more diamond. Copper redstone. So you need definitely a piping system that is incredibly fast, pumping out of each one of them and so on. But yeah, this is a really cool mining solution that I think it's a really neat idea that you can mine from up here. I think it is crazy. I kind of wish... Nah, gassy, ain't it? Ah, that's good humor. I like it. Alright, so this is a gas giant. Number one, let me show you guys, is when you go ahead and click on the guidance computer, which has our station ID. Let's get a new planet ID chip. And let's go see if we can select it. Select. And get in here. It says Destination Sol 3. So what's actually going to happen when I go to a gas giant? So I backed up my world real quick because I want to see what happens when we're trying to go to a gas giant. Let's go ahead. Okay, destination unreachable. Alright, so it doesn't even let you go there. That is fine. It makes sense. I mean, if there's nothing to be rendered or whatever to let you go there. But there is something you can do with a gas giant, and that is you can mine up the gas, okay? Because it's actually going to be facing that way when it is assembled, and you just stay within these structure towers. And I just learned here a minute ago that you actually don't need as many blocks as I had. All you need is engines. You're gonna need some fuel tanks. I'm actually gonna use 4 down here. And up here, I'm gonna just put 1 regular pressurized tank, because the gases we're gonna collect, they need to be stored somewhere. So just like we did in the mining rocket where we added a chest for it to store things, here you need tanks. Of course you can add more tanks. The more tanks you add, the longer the mission is gonna need, because it needs to fill all of these tanks. And then the other thing you need is these gas intakes. That's what you're going to use to suck up the gas. The more of those you have, again, the faster the mission is. So this is a very basic one. You don't need a guidance computer, nothing. No satellite buy or anything. Let's go ahead and scan this guy real quick. And I should say ready for clear for liftoff. They also need a lot less fuel, by the way, because we're launching them in space and they're staying in space, so they don't need to really fight a lot of gravity. And we'll go ahead and build that, and now you're gonna see this here turn. How cool is this? It actually turns the engines. Unfortunately, it does not turn the fuel tanks yet, or that would be kind of cool if that was also implemented. But hey, it's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me link it first. This guy to right there. So now it's linked, and I can control it. And let me give myself some fuel again. Why can I never find this? There we are. It's all the way on the top. Remember it already. Okay, so let's fuel this. And it should be filled and ready for launch. Now, there is 3 gases you can collect here. By default, it collects nitrogen, oxygen, or hydrogen. Now, I think it's really cool that when you're up in space that you can mine these things. For example, your oxygen is probably not going to be much of a problem when you have a big space station and you mostly spend indoors, right? But, for example, to keep your jetpack fueled, right, you could set yourself up one of these. So what did I set it on? Let's go ahead and get hydrogen. That's perfect. Whoops, come up here. And we'll go ahead and launch it. And then you're going to see here, it first drops quite a ways. I'm going to say 15 to 20 blocks. So I've seen people's screenshots and so on where they actually made a kind of like a hangar with a door on the bottom that opens up, and then this unmanned vehicle kind of drops out, and then you're going to see in a second the engines are going to kick in and it's going to take off. And I think it is such a cool way of making this. And I wish there was a little bit more things to do with it instead of just getting these gases, but I was thinking about it and I can't kind of figure out what you should do with it. Okay, and it takes a little bit over 2 minutes for the 1 tank with the 5 gas intakes. And then it's going to come back to us with a tank full of hydrogen. I already tell there's something in this tank. It's like grayish, milkish color filled. And there it comes up. I am just absolutely in love with this mod. I think it is so cool. And now there is something that is really nifty. Okay? Because the problem is, how do I get this out, right? Because I can click on the pressurized tank and it shows me, hey, I have hydrogen. Now, of course, I could put in a... Let me get an empty canister here. One of these and fill it up and take it out. But that's not really something you want to do, right? Because you want to store this in tanks. Well, for that, we can use a rocket fluid unloader. Okay? So where are we going to put this here real quick? I didn't prepare something for that. But let's put it just like right there. Okay? And now I believe we can take the linker and go ahead and link it to the rocket or this here. Let me see here real quick. This one is not linked anymore because I linked that directly. So go ahead and link that to this rocket. And now you guys see it's linked to this. And then we have the Ah, it shows 16 buckets. Wait a second. Oh, it holds 64 buckets, but it took 16 out. Okay, that makes sense. And then, of course, you can, right here, for example, set up something like this. Put a tank right there. And let's get a liquid pipe, put it here. And give myself a lever. And pump it out into... No? Redstone control normal. That's the loading state. All loading, redstone control disabled. Let's disable this. So I was kind of hoping that this will pump out. Let's see here. What if we put the tank directly next to it? Loading state, allow loading, redstone control disabled. Inverted normal. Okay, let me give this a... Ha! Okay, so maybe I just had a bug here for a second that sometimes these pipes here... It should be pumping... Oh, it does now. Like I told you. It just had that little bug again that sometimes these pipes have. And now it's pumping it out. And of course this one is connected to over here. So we'll empty this. And when then it's emptied, you should be able to just send it off again and get you more. So that is how you mine, or I don't know if you guess, I guess you can call it mining, but it's how you harvest.
Ça sera intéressant pour l'hydrogène, pas pour l'hydrogène, mais pour le nitrogène.
Feels at least like a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 5. It is extremely fast, but it's just like a pick, so it does not work very well on grass or wood at all. Okay. The next item is the basic laser gun, and that is just a, I'm gonna be pretty far away here from this pig system or something like that, but it is not. It is just an item transportation system, which is quite expensive with all the titanium advanced structure blocks, and also you need a lot of copper coils right here to make this tower. Multi-block structure again, it's amazing. And the way it works is that if you can have an input hatch or an output hatch or both. If you have only an input hatch, then this machine can only receive items. If you have an output hatch only, it can only send items. If you have both hatches, it can do both, send and receive. Okay? And then what you get, that is pretty much only for sending purposes, if I'm not mistaken. So let me give myself a, whatever, stack of stone. And we're going to put that into the input hatch. Come on, down on the overworld and see if the items have arrived. The items are gone. You can see them flying for just a split second. So let's go back down on the overworld and see if the hatch... Come on, put it in. That is the output hatch. I get confused with the whaler. And you guys see, you heard a poof. Usually you see the items flying. But the items are gone. You can see them flying for just a split second. So let's go back down on the overworld and see if the items have arrived there. They should be sitting in the output hatch off this railgun. Come over here. So this is, there it is. Those are the items. Let's go ahead and put the linker in here and let's put 4 stacks in there and turn it off just because I would like to see if we can actually see it in action. There we go. You guys saw that? It just shut all 4 stacks up. And I want to see it with more items. So it is on. And I've added a hopper here. And I'm going to put this in here. And we're going to just see if it will here very shortly. Oh, that is so awesome. I love it. This is the coolest. Also the sound effect. Look at this. I'm not sure why the items aren't coming out straight in the middle of the machine. But this is a fun way of item transportation. For this next machine, I went into survival mode and put our regular spacesuit on, but I did turn the jetpack off. So I can in the bottom one, okay? So because if I have a station on a planet or something, this is kind of bothering me. Okay, when you constantly jump super high, like if you're in your base and you're just trying to get on top of another block to place something, but every time you jump super high, right? So this is nice to add artificial gravity into your space station, or into your planetary station, I should say. So this one right here has, all these have the same settings, okay? I can say mode, these data storage units I have not put in before either because I wasn't sure if they're needed, and this time I'm gonna put them in to see if it maybe works, okay? So we got our satellite, and you guys see here it's tied to ID 10, is this biome changer. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot this guy up into space. Our regular satellites like we always have them, and off you go. The next one we're gonna take a look at is the ore scanner. This one is functioning. You need an ore mapper. And alright, let's fuel you. It is linked, and off you... What? It's full of fuel. How many times do I need to link you? The satellite is in here. What's your problem? This must be the first machine to link. Linked successful. Okay, I'm not sure what was the issue here, but here we go. Off we go. And the last satellite I want to build is a microwave. Okay, and let me give myself some ore for that. Let's get gold and iron. So, well, actually, we're going to have to wait. It's connected. Okay, so it's already up. This one is up. And this one is still in flight. Okay, so when you right-click this ore scanner, let me turn off the GI over here. It needs a while to connect to here first. And now it shows us in the middle here. And everything red is ore. Well, that doesn't help you very much now, right? When you use the arrow keys on your keyboard, and when I press up, I zoom in further, okay? So I can actually zoom in really close. Like, I mean, this is a 2x2. This is a 4x4, 8x8, 16x16. Let's go with the 16x16. So each one of them is a block. If I click on this, it shows me the coordinates of where that is on the left-hand side. What these two bars over here are, by the way, I do not know. I don't think they have a functionality. But if you check here real quick, if we put this into a satellite terminal, the ore scanner right there. Actually, did it show before? Oh, I don't need that for that one. I'm sorry. But if you hover over it, it shows here max zoom 7 and can filter ore true. If that says can filter ore false, then you did not put enough data chips in there. That's why we needed those 3. So let's go ahead and open this again and zoom into 16x16. And this shows us all the ore, but that doesn't help me, right? If I'm looking for something specific like gold. Now check it out. When I click on gold, it highlights it with the screen in the back, and now it shows me where the gold is. So now if I click here, I see negative 1209, negative 1034, which is like right here somewhere, right? So if I would dig down straight here, I will find gold ore. And it worked pretty good so far in my coordinates. And when I went over here and I checked again, solar panels need to be in that arrangement. And then in the middle, you put the receiver. You really only need one input hatch and one power output plug. This is where the power is supposed to be stored so you can send it to your machines. And you need one input hatch to put this satellite ID chip into it. And now it is supposed to get connected to the satellite, and via microwave, it charges these, and you can collect energy. So we turn it on. It says generating 0 RF. It's not getting any power here, and none of these power plugs are getting any power. So this is the proper, correct way of setting it up. The satellite shows that it is a microwave energy satellite, that it is in the orbit of Earth, and so on. So it's supposed to be working, but it's a known bug that hopefully will be fixed soon. Okay, and the last part that I want to take a look at is the, let me turn this on again, kind of biome, okay? And you shift right click. You guys see there's nothing here yet. And the extra battery I put in, by the way, I was hoping that maybe it now charges me here, this biome remote. But if we come right here, this is an extreme hills biome. If you look on the left-hand side, biome plains available, right? Now, how it's supposed to work, according to the wiki, is that you go into a different biome. So let's go, we come right here. This is an extreme hills biome. If you look on the left-hand side, biome extreme hills. You're supposed to shift right click, select plains, or the biome you want to do, and then without shift, just right click. And now it's supposed to change a 20 by 20 area around the player to this biome for the cost of 100 RF a tick or 100 power a tick and so on. Well, that is why I gave that satellite that internal buffer. That's why I gave that satellite the big solar panels and so on, but I just cannot get it to work. It doesn't matter. I tried 6 or 7 different satellites in a copy of this world with different configurations and so on. I just can't get it to work. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work and so on, but unfortunately, it's a 3 tall and insane amount of liquid fuel tanks. You need a lot of clay blocks and gravel, concrete, which isn't so expensive, but you need a lot of advanced machine structures, and you need a bunch of oxygen vents on the top, and so on. But let's go ahead and form it, because it is amazing looking. You already get the sound, even though it's not doing anything. So this is what this multi-block structure looks like. Now, what it's supposed to do is you can change the atmosphere. Okay. By default, I checked in my config, it was completely disabled, as well as the biome changer and the terraforming. They are both disabled in the config for good reasons, because they both don't work. But I enabled them both in hopes that maybe I can show you how it works, okay? So you have this GUI here, and right now we have a pressure of 0 on this planet, because we're on the moon. There is no atmosphere. But for an incredible amount of power, plus oxygen and nitrogen. Now you guys see here, I made the mistake of actually using oxygen and hydrogen, which I guess I should correct here real quick, just to make sure that that did not cause the problem. So let's go ahead and break these. So the nitrogen is going to be a problem already, because you can only get them from gas mining, right? So you're going to have a really good gas mining setup in order for this to go. By default, this machine needs 40 millibuckets of each of those fluids per tick. That is an insane amount to keep up with it, okay? And when you want to increase the atmosphere or decrease the atmosphere, it needs 40 millibuckets a tick of both fluids, plus an insane amount of power. And then it will transform this pressure down here by 0.01 every 15 minutes. Okay, so I changed it to not require any gas, because you can't even start the machine. Like if I start it right now, it's telling me missing biome changer link, okay? Which I'm gonna go ahead and check real quick. Whoops, I don't have one of those. But we have the biome right here. It's connected, right? Hold on a second, because it has 2 functionalities. I can put it in here, and now it's not running, and if I turn it on, it says running. Okay, if the gas was in here and full, and I tested this in a different world, I just never fix the hydrogen mistake that I made here instead of having it nitrogen, but I tested it somewhere else. It tells you, even if you set down the update, it's really nifty. And when you change this over to decrease atmosphere, you guys see it's now sucking it in. Is that cool or what? And I tried both. I also went to an actual planet, not into something new, right? If you don't have that biome on the planet, if you go to them, they will slowly generate as well, even if the machine is done already. As far as I know, if you use a regular vanilla bed, I guess we can test this real quick. So here's... What? What's happening? Okay, as far as I know, is if you use a regular vanilla bed, excuse me, where's the bed? It's gonna explode. I guess I needed to be night or something for this to happen. On planets and moons, or maybe you can sleep right now. This version, there was a lot of undocumented changes that I had to figure out, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I was able to teach you something, and that you're gonna enjoy this mod as much as I will in a survival world. And well, that is it. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next mod spotlight. Take care, stay safe, and bye bye.
Très très intéressant. C'est à peu près la même chose, sauf qu'ils ont changé pas mal de skins. Ok. Et alors nos machines, il faudra pas qu'on les mette là. Il y a juste le ray gun qu'on peut essayer de mettre là et le téléporteur, mais il en faut 2 téléporteurs. Et la mineuse orbitale, c'est bien ce qui me semble, il faut l'emmener sur la station de l'Esporos. De la Solsend. Desert Star, 150, on est bien. Allez, on va aller un petit coup dans la Twilight. Tant que ça tape. Ok, c'est nouveau ça, cette page de chargement. Alors, la Twilight. faut le corbac. Et salut à toi, pas de nom, comment tu vas bien? On peut prendre quelques plumes, ça peut être pas mal. C'est quoi déjà celui-là? Oh, ça sert à rien, c'est juste un petit labyrinthe. Vu qu'on fly, c'est pas hyper utile. Salut Sullivan, comment ça va ce soir? Ok. Je lui dirai quand j'y penserai. Pas de problème. Donc il n'y a pas grand intérêt à aller là, donc on va pas faire trop long ici. Donc le Naga il est par là. Il y a déjà la liche là-bas. Attends, il y a notre spawn. Notre spawn est là. Je suis chargé de vous dire de couper ce stream. Eh bien. Il y a vraiment des gens qui croient à ce genre de truc. T'arrives vraiment à faire couper des streams? Non, parce que s'il y en a qui finissent par y croire, c'est quand même assez dingue. Alors, on va les tuer les uns après les autres. Ce qui est bizarre, c'est qu'il n'y a pas les achievements et tout ce qui va avec. Nous avons reçu plusieurs signalements. Signalement numéro 1. Bonjour, je suis et je sois et nous sommes. Youpi Coton. Signalement numéro 2. Je sais pas pourquoi, mais je sois et nous sommes. Alors, petit naga. Oui, alors tu serais gentil de revenir. Eh ben. Allez, viens par là. Est-ce qu'il faut que je fasse ça pour qu'il revienne à son spawn? Non, elle est bien d'accord qu'il est parti par là-bas. Je l'ai fait bugger. Allez, suis-moi. Retourne dans ton labyrinthe. Est-ce que j'ai un mob? Serait-il possible de te choper? Ah mais tu t'enfuis là. Ouais, sauf que je sais plus comment qu'on fait pour afficher la hitbox. Mais là je crois que c'est au-delà de ça. Il y a un autre bug. En fait il s'est pris mon knockback et il a pas aimé. Et je peux pas le capturer. Donc c'est pas avec ça qu'on va pouvoir faire quoi que ce soit. Ou alors je fais un truc comme ça. Si ça se trouve, il y a une différence entre ce que je vois et là où il est réellement placé. Pas sûr, hein. En tout cas, salut à toi Fury Panda, comment ça va ce soir? On va recharger un peu le terrain, ça va lui faire du bien. Non mais ton donjon il est là-bas mon coco là. Je sais pas jusqu'où il va aller. Si je fais ça. Pouf. Semblerait qu'il ait pas pris grand chose. Donc s'il est bien là, pourquoi qu'il prend pas mes coups? Le naga se tue que quand tu es dans le labyrinthe. Alors viens dans le labyrinthe. Où tu vas mocheter? Alors je crois que je vais faire un truc. Il nous faut des œufs. Et on va essayer de le faire revenir en arrière. T'es attiré par les animaux, c'est ça? Ok. Allez, viens par là. Semblerait que plus ça va, plus il va loin. pour l'air attiré par les cochons. Est-ce qu'il est attiré par les poulets? Oui, il a l'air attiré par les poulets. Mais pas que... Allez, viens par là. Ah, même en créatif, on peut pas le buter. T'es barré par où? Allez, tombe là-dedans. C'est optimiste. Il traverse les blocs en plus. Eh, ça va être pénible ça. Bon, bah maintenant qu'il est assez éloigné. Où est le spawner à Naga? Alors, j'essaye avec celui-là, mais je suis pas sûr. En fait, tant que tu peux pas y toucher, ça me paraît compliqué, si tu peux pas y toucher, de le choper. Ok, on est d'accord qu'on peut pas le prendre. Bon, bah tant pis. Il va essayer que ça, lui, d'habitude. Oula, ok, il est là. Le Nagatrophy, on n'a pas eu de Nagaski. Eh ben dis donc. Du coup j'ai oublié de déposer l'œuf. Alors on s'en refait un petit deuxième pour le plaisir. Aïe. Si ça marche avec les flèches. Alors. un autre naga par là-bas. Il n'y a pas les achievements, c'est un peu bizarre ça par contre. Ouh les moches coups de lag. Ah oui, ça a pas beaucoup généré. Alors... après ça, c'est la liche. Et bon, il y a toujours le naga en vrac. Et j'ai pas eu les achievements, donc ils considèrent que j'ai pas la possibilité d'y aller. Oh ouais, je crois qu'on va avoir le problème des achievements encore. Bon, ben c'est pas grave. On retournera au spawn. Encore que je sais pas s'il faille pas juste changer de biome. Pas de biome, mais de dimension. Twilight Forest. Slice naga, craft machin. Ouais, c'est ça. Faut que je trouve encore un corbac. Ok, il y a une mine par là. Ah, un besoin utile. Ça sera utile. Ha ha ha. Le corbaquin. Là. C'est pas un corbac. Faut que je retourne voir le petit labyrinthe. Et que je tue les araignées. Là. Salut à toi Nono, comment tu vas bien ce soir? Bah écoute, pas mal, à part que les araignées spawnent pas, on sait pas pourquoi. Ça spawnait de terre. Ça spawnait tout à l'heure, maintenant ça spawn plus. Ah, voilà. Il en faut combien de ces araignées là? Il en faut 2. Alors, le spawn. Brrr. Et- Alors, je pense qu'on va the end. Tch. Flutch. Voilà. Petite mise à jour des achievements. C'est tout. Bon, ça change pas grand chose. Maintenant, faut tuer Lenaga. Bon, celui-là c'est fait. Celui-là, brise balade. Et celui-là, on l'a pas encore fait. Alors, il semblerait que cette fois ce soit bon. On peut débloquer la liche. Alors, on va y aller en douceur parce que les temps de lag et tout. Bon, alors, logiquement. Voilà, la petite dame est toute là-haut. Voilà. Petit lag. Cassé. Mais c'est qu'on sera en train de l'ouvrir là, gentiment. Direct à porte ici. On n'a pas eu le trophée. Est-ce qu'on a eu l'achievement au moins? Oui, la liche, c'est bon. Il y a plein de maisons partout, c'est rigolo. Il faudrait que je revérifie les petits enchaînements là. Fameux Casting Road Trophy. Bah ouais, je crois que c'est déjà bien fatigué tout ça. sur ce, je vous laisse.